Thursday evening to you folks and Patriots and friends and foes. Welcome, whoever you are. It is March 7th, 2019, and I've got a little bit of gold news, and this is not new news, but it is such good information that I wanted to share with you. This is Mike Maloney's gold and silver page, and I love Mike Maloney. He's so intelligent. He can really break down what money is. He can break down how the Treasury works, what bonds are, and how tax income is legalized theft. I've watched his videos over and over just so I could understand and not only be able to talk about it, but to be able to understand what I'm saying when I talk about it. In this particular article, I wanted to point out what he says here. The savvy investor doesn't ever stop buying when prices rise. And you could say that when prices go low too, although everybody says buy low. He makes such a great point that we need to be creating good habits. And to do that, we should set aside a certain amount of money every month that we can buy gold and silver. Whether it's $300, $500, $1,000, whatever you can put aside to exchange your paper money for gold and silver. Because in fact, recently somebody told me they realized they had been putting their dollar bills in a safe. And he realized one day, what am I doing? We know that the dollar bill isn't going to be worth more down the road. Why would you ever put dollar bills in a safe to save? Why would you even put them in a savings account to save? Nothing good really comes from that. It's never enough. And your 401k is paper, and your bonds are paper, and your stocks are paper, and they're all part of the debt problem, credit cards, all this stuff. But gold and silver is going to be worth more down the road no matter what, worth more dollars or whatever currency we're in. And so you can put, let's say I'm going to put $300 into my gold and silver every month. Well, one thing I buy every month is a collectible. And since that price doesn't change much and really usually doesn't change at all unless silver is going to jump up to $50 an ounce or $700 an ounce, then it will change. But it stays about the same. And so I can buy one of those every month, and then I can add bullion to it to equal a price, let's say around, $300 a month, which is probably what I spend. I probably spend closer to $500. But no matter what, if the price of silver goes down, I'm still spending $500. I just get more silver that month, or gold. If the price of gold goes up, I get less gold or silver, but I'm still spending the same amount. So there's really nothing to complain about, because sometimes it's low, sometimes it's high. And so it all evens out, but it will always be worth more down the road compared to the dollar. And you'll be able to buy more stuff when you do buy it. And we are getting states that are legalizing using gold and silver as currency, but even so, you can always exchange it back to the currency of the day and buy what you want to buy. Because if you watched, and I hope you did, you watched my video from the dollar from 1965 to now versus gold and silver in 1965 to now, and I used 3 great examples of a handgun, a car, and a home. Just the difference in what you'd be able to buy today is sometimes from 1.5 to 3 times what you'd be able to buy back then. You'd have a 3 times better home today with the same gold that you would have spent for a tiny home in 65. So the other thing I wanted to go through is just for fun, but it definitely relates to my video that's coming up that I'm working on. I've written up the script and I'm just setting it all up, but it's going to be on black secret societies, and it's quite interesting. Not a lot of people report on it, very few in fact. So I think this will tie in nicely. So here we go. I just want to show you this wonderful interview. Just a little bit of it, won't be the whole thing.
I know I don't have one,
Have you done anything that you regret? Have you done anything wrong?
Lots of things wrong when it comes to women that I apologize, but I apologize in those relationships at the time I was in the relationships.
Have you broken any laws when it comes to women?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Okay, if you're not aware, this loser is a pedophile, and we've all known about it for 10 years, and he's finally facing indictments for it. And he's guilty. His behavior shows that he's guilty, and he even talks about beating the case 10 years ago. So, he sounds guilty, but whatever. He wants to plead with you why he's not. And real interesting stuff he says. Let's go on further. What more you got here, R. Kelly?
The 6-part series interviewed 50 people, family members, your former tour manager, numerous women who all claim that you abused them. Yeah. Are you saying everybody in that documentary was not telling the truth about you? Everybody?
If you really look at that documentary, which I'm sure you have,
I have.
Everybody said something bad about me. Nobody said nothing good. They was describing Lucifer. I'm not Lucifer. I'm a man. I make mistakes, but I'm not a devil. And by no means am I a monster.
I'm going to...
Okay, so a lot of these MK Ultra types, which he may or may not be, or allegedly he's not, right? But they have alters, and is he saying he had an alter named Lucifer, and maybe that was Lucifer back then? Or is he somehow alluding to his satanic sexual practices? Because Satan always comes down to it in the end. This is not godly behavior whatsoever. But he's trying to say, that's not me. I'm not Satan. But were you trying to be at one point, or bringing demons in, or what's going on with this, R. Kelly? You got some more though, right? Let's hear some more. And I love his posture and his talking, and he's like, like he's really interested in what she's saying. And boy, he's listening, and he's got his sad face. You'll see. Here we go. Come on, R. Kelly, give us some more.
Three, who the charges say were minors at the time.
Have you ever had sex
No.
with anyone under the age of 17?
No.
Never.
No.
Gail, I told you 3 times no. How dare you ask me again?
I have to tell you, it's so hard to believe that based on all that we've
There's-
read
I'm gonna tell
and
you
what the
something,
women
Gail.
have
There's
said
one
about
sit-
you.
I'm gonna
and what
tell
the
you
women have said
something.
about you.
Gail, sit back. He's got something to tell you. Just sit back. Just sit back in your chair and listen, okay? You ready? Here we go.
What women said about me.
Thank you.
What women, so nobody's allowed to be mad at me and be scorned and lie on me.
So they're lying on you. That's your explanation. They're lying on you.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. With my sad, forlorn head shaking, and I'm going to get real emotional.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I don't see
You
the
feel that
tears.
people have maligned your
I
character.
have been assassinated. I
Assassinated.
have been buried alive.
This is comparable to being buried alive. He's suffocating under the weight of his own guilt, I'm sure.
But I'm alive.
So I think the point you're making is, and correct me if I'm wrong, that you have never held anybody against their will.
I don't need to. Why would I?
Well, I'm
How stupid would
never
it be
held
for R.
anybody-
Kelly, with all I've been through in my way
Yeah, how stupid are we? Why would you have to hold people that way? Because that's what you're into. That's what you're into.
past, to hold somebody, let alone 4, 5, 6, 50, you said. Why, how stupid would I be to do that?
I didn't say you
That's
were holding.
stupid, guys.
I didn't
Is this camera on me?
And he makes it sound like it's stupid, like maybe we're stupid for thinking anyone would be into that. But come on, R. Kelly, we understand that this is a thing.
Yes, it's all.
That's stupid.
But speak to the
Use
camera.
your common
Tell the
sense.
people.
Don't forget the blogs. Forget how you feel about me. Hate me.
Put your emotions aside and look at the facts. Oh, wait, don't do that. Look at my emotions. Look at my emotions right here. Look at me.
If you want to, love me if you want, but just use your common sense. How stupid would it be for me to, with my crazy past and what I've been through, right now I just think I need to be a monster and hold girls against their will, chain them up in my basement, and don't let them eat and don't let them out unless they need some shoes down the street from their uncle. Stop.
And this is what tells me that he 100% did this, because why would I tie him up unless they do need some shoes from their uncle down the street? Because, they need shoes. And, why would I do that unless they needed shoes? Okay, one more gem for you, and then I'll finish this one up with the interview, and we'll close her out. But this is beautiful. It's just tell us one last thing, R. Kelly. You got one last thing to say? Tell us.
Conversation.
This is
Really,
not me.
I don't want you just ranting at the camera. Well, to
I
hear
think
you.
I came here for them to hear me
Okay,
talk.
but what
I
does that
need
mean?
help.
What kind of help?
This is the kind of help I need.
Yeah.
Are you ready, America? He needs help, and he's going to tell you exactly the kind of help he needs. So let's help him.
Yes, what kind of help?
I need somebody to help me not have a big heart, because my heart is so big. People betray me, and I keep forgiving them.
His heart's so big. That's his biggest problem, and that's what he needs help with. He doesn't want to stop being a pedophile. He wants to stop having a big heart. Thank you, Patriots, for joining me on this awesome and beautiful Thursday night to talk about some R. Kelly and gold and silver good habits and putting money aside for it. So please like, subscribe, hit the bell, and get notifications because I'm going to be probably doing another drawing. I'm considering giving away a travel discount card. If you like traveling and you want a better hotel room than even Orbitz or any of these other ones, whatever, these Priceline, all those stuff. If you're interested in that, comment below so I know how many people would be interested in winning a $125 discount card. It doesn't mean you get $125 off your hotel, but it puts those dollars towards a better discount than these other places will give you. So like, subscribe, share, and comment below about the discount card, and I'll see you next time, Patriots. Good night.